But out of that chaos came the wildflower collection. So guy, I mean, are you guys even listening to me, or are you just watching the hair visor? It's adorable, I totally get it. Yeah. So I asked ChatGPT to write me a script about moving my small handmade jewelry business from Albuquerque, New Mexico to Rome, Italy. And what it wrote me was pure art. It was dreamy and romantic and poetic. It was a K jewelry commercial set in the Eternal City. And let's be honest, this is no K jewelry commercial. I know the idea of moving to Italy is so romantic, but the reality... It's chaos. It is having no furniture for 4 months, living out of a suitcase, having beads everywhere, cats on everything, and it's messy, and it's real, and it's fun. And honestly, that's what I want to show you guys. I want to show you the reality of trying to move to a new country and what it's like. So strap in for this episode, guys, because I'm going to show you. So in my last video, I was showing how I make all of my most popular stacking ring designs. And since then, everything's changed. I found out that I had a month before we had to completely pack up our house and move. 1 month to use all of my plating solutions, which totaled about $4,000. So I had to create as many pieces as I could because my $4,000 of plating solutions couldn't come with us. Again, $4,000, I cannot emphasize this enough. That's not an amount I want to lose. Out of that chaos, the wildflower collection was born. If I was going to spend my last weeks making jewelry, then I was going to make it fun, earthy, and full of color. The wildflower collection is inspired by Oberemmergau, Germany, where I spent time riding my bike through uncultivated, untamed meadows that were full of this wild beauty. Tall grasses, just freely growing wildflowers of every color, shape, size, growing all throughout the fields. There were small cottages that were decorated with these old clay pots that were overflowing with what I'm sure any hardcore gardener would call weeds, but to me, it was the most beautiful mixture of flowers I had ever seen. Just being there made me feel lighter, grounded, happy, and I want to capture that feeling. And I think I could do that by blending materials and metals and gemstones in a really surprising way. I want to blend light with dark, polished with rustic, matte with shiny. For me, there's so much beauty and harmony and balance and charm in imperfection. There's a rigid sense of, I would call, perfection and conformity that's in really refined pieces with their straight edges and, you know, perfect symmetrical shapes and brightness and tones. And for me, I just don't resonate with really refined anything. Not jewelry, not vlogs. It doesn't speak to my soul. There's something about asymmetry and the curves and textures that you see in nature that I just find comfortable and inspiring and freeing. And that is what I am bringing to this collection. I often say that I make jewelry for people who don't wear jewelry. And that's because when I'm at markets, I'll have people come up and try out my pieces and buy them and say they don't wear jewelry, but that there's something different about my pieces, that they feel more relaxed and comfortable in them. And I'm convinced that, like me, these people felt that polished jewelry simply didn't resonate with them. They felt that it was more of a shiny decoration than an earthy, natural extension of their body. And I'm convinced, like me, they felt that polished jewelry simply didn't resonate with them. And when they tried on my earthy jewelry, they felt it was natural on their skin. It felt like you were wearing nothing at all, and yet these pieces are really captivating and they stand out, and yet you don't feel like you're wearing jewelry because it's the asymmetrical shapes, the curves, the textures all just have this really earthy, natural, organic feeling that feels like an extension of yourself. It feels almost like being barefoot in nature. You feel connected to the piece. And that's what I love about my earthy jewelry, is it's just this relaxed, comfortable feel. Hey guys, so you see that I have this stain, you can see right there, permanently on my shirt. I am sorry. I am living out of a suitcase, one suitcase for 4 months. Who can pack one suitcase for 4 months? It can't be done. And it's not just one suitcase full of clothes. It's only half clothes, and then a quarter of the suitcase is things for the cats, because I had to pack them like they're toddlers. I had to do food bowls and cat beds and their favorite blankets, because they really like fleece blankets, and then I packed litter and a litter box, all that can be compacted. What is the word? Portable bowls for them, portable litter boxes. And then I pack bags of their favorite foods, their favorite treats, and their favorite tube treats. And basically what I wanted is, when we moved here in Rome, I wanted them to be as comfortable as possible. So a quarter of my bag was cat stuff. And the other quarter of my bag, I left open because I knew exactly what I wanted to do. I wanted to go on a spending spree in Santa Fe, and that's exactly what I did. So I have all of these gorgeous beads, different kind of beads that I'll show you guys, that I'm going to use to make beaded necklaces, bracelets, and anklets for my wildflower collection. And that was my plan for how I would stay busy and keep making YouTube videos while be productive for the jewelry collection, is that I want to make these layered, beautiful collection of, again, necklaces and bracelets and anklets. And so, yeah, even though I haven't had any jewelry on my site since December, and that was tough because I missed a chunk of Christmas in 2024, and then I missed Mother's Day, sales for Mother's Day, which is my second biggest holiday. I make easily 70% of my profit over Christmas and Mother's Day. And so missing half of Christmas and then missing Mother's Day hurt financially. But that didn't stop me from splurging. That didn't stop me from buying all of the gemstones, because I really had this vision in my head. I had made all these rings that month before we left, and they were really cool, but then I wanted to make matching jewelry to go with it. So that's what I'm going to be showing you guys until my furniture comes in, the necklaces and whatnot that I'll be making. And I'm really excited to show you guys, because it's cool. So I want to start with pinks. I had basically, when I had went and I bought beads, I had gotten a bunch of pink beads, which I have laid out here, and then I had gotten a bunch of yellow beads, a bunch of green beads, a bunch of blue beads, and I have some purples in here too, and then I got some natural looking, very cool, very fun beads that are, like for example, these are clay beads. And they're really neat because they have earthy textures. So these clay beads were a really good way to get the colors and textures of the wildflower collection with the gemstones that I really wanted. So I have some of those. I have more clay beads right here. Oh man, yeah, I mean, look at that. That has the exact tones that I think are gonna go so perfect in this collection. And then I have some other, hey buddy. And I have some other rustic beads. Ah, yes. These, I think they're glass actually. But just picture these rustic beads with pinks. Like I'm going for so many different styles that I want, again, to blend together. So for example, the first piece I made was this really dainty and elegant pink opal piece that has these little green tourmaline and then has the clay beads in between. So it's soft and it's delicate, and it's it's like a choker basically. And then I want this to be layered with a more colorful and wild necklace that uses some of the same clay beads, the same green tourmaline, but I also include pink tourmalines and splashes of yellow. And this is such a cool, such a fun piece. But like I said, what I'm really trying to do is pieces that layer together really well. And so this dainty soft pink with this more wild and kind of fun, colorful green, like look how perfect. They both complement each other so good. And so I envision, you know, just making this whole layered necklace option that will go with the collection. And these are kind of the directions I'm going for those. So I'm probably gonna make, this is a 14 to 16, this is inches long, this is 16, 18 inches long. I'm probably gonna make this one, this is gonna be a simple pink, 16, 18 inches long. Then this will be 18 to 20 inches long, 20, 24 inches long. And then I love making long necklaces. So this rustic pink necklace is gonna be probably 30 to 32 inches long. And so imagine all these colors layered together. They are going to have gold-filled extender chains and what do you call it? Ends, connectors on the ends. The beads are gonna be a mixture. I do have some gold-filled beads, but honestly, I have a lot of other beads. Like these are probably copper, but how cool is that for leaves? For the collection to again add to that wildflower feeling, that like wearable meadow feeling that I'm trying to go for in this collection. I think these are really neat beads I want to incorporate somehow. I got some actual leaves, glass leaves to add to the collection. Oh my God, that's gonna be so cool. I found some of these pendants in Santa Fe. Oh my God, I got several of these. This is the pink glass pendant leaf that I think would go so well with the collection. So again, it's just all these different kind of materials. It's clay, it's copper, it's glass, it's patinaed, rusted, textured, you know, more polished and refined. It's gonna be such a cool collection. I'm so excited to be getting back to work, and for me, the Wildflower collection is all about finding beauty in the unpredictable. And like, honestly, that's what this whole move has been. It's been unpredictable, chaotic, imperfect, and yet filled with so much possibility to reinvent my business. I have lots of new ideas I want to share with you guys. 1,000 things I want to share with you guys on how I'm going to reinvent my handmade business in this incredibly beautiful city. If you're new here, hi, I'm Jen Hargraves. I am the owner of Stone Orchard Jewelry, and thank you for being here throughout the chaos. I'm building something new here in Rome, one bead, one piece of jewelry, one wildflower at a time. And I'm excited for you to join me on my journey. So if you like this episode and if you want to see behind the scenes of how I am building my wildflower collection, please like and subscribe. It really helps a small content creator and a small handmade business like me grow. It would mean the world to me. And I hope that you find something that makes your soul happy today. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye guys.